Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. Today I've got Dan, and I've got a special guest with us this week, and he goes by the name of Lucas. He's back. He's back, gentlemen.
Whoa.
I also have James as well, but
I thought you weren't going to introduce me at all, and I was like, nice.
Yeah, James is here, but
I thought I was pulling my weight the last month or so without Lucas, and I just get forgotten immediately when he's back.
Look, the big dog's back. The second in charge now. First
Two
in charge.
IC right here, boys.
We'll give him back the reins soon, but. Lucas, mate, how you been? It's been a while. The fans have missed you.
Mate, it absolutely has been a while. I've had a hectic last couple of weeks or a month even.
Mm-hmm.
Geez, I tell you what, it's been like I said, it's been hectic. It's been fantastic, but it's good to get back in, mate. Let's rip and tear.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've missed 4 episodes, which is it's huge. It's huge.
And I hate to tell you, the numbers have been going up.
Yeah,
I've been the best 4 episodes without you, mate.
Look, I mean,
I'm fucking sick of me too, guys. Don't worry.
It might be that we've got our audio a bit better these days.
camera, everything's sorted. We're back on
Camera
Spotify
action
as well, so it's good. But I mean, maybe the fans like me as the as the host. I don't know.
Well, I think we'll follow the numbers this week, and we'll see what happens.
We'll go a 2-week test. Get you back hosting next week.
Might get a poll going or something.
Yeah, a poll. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I like that.
I like that. All right. Anyway, anything else? Your honeymoon. How was that, mate?
Oh, mate. We went to. For those that don't know, we went to Alaska. So pretty out of the ordinary sort of thing. It was only a last minute decision to go on a honeymoon. We booked our honeymoon with about 6 weeks to go. We thought Bali, we thought Thailand, but then we thought, we're pretty bogan, but fuck, Nah, I'm just joking about that. But you really can go to Bali, Thailand whenever you want. So we decided to just go somewhere out of the blue, and we went to Alaska. And mate, seriously, if I could tell you one place to go, guys, no joke, it's to Alaska. The people there are fantastic. Everywhere you go, it's picturesque. It's honestly like the back of a postcard. We had a fantastic time, and spewing it was only for 2 weeks.
And use code Lucas at booking.com.
Expedia.
The question is, were you watching the Simpsons movie when you guys decided to go to Alaska?
Look, unfortunately not, but I was watching the horse races whilst in Alaska. So, that's pretty good.
Did you have that moment where in the Simpsons movie where Homer was like trying to get the map off the windscreen, and no, it wasn't the map, it was just a picturesque place?
It felt like that, dude. There were some photos I've got in here, I'll show you later. It really felt like that. No joke.
It's good stuff. It is good stuff. While you were in Alaska, we talked about some big races, and I mean, you did get to see him through a messenger feed, but the big races
boys.
like the Cox Plate, the Caulfield Cup, the Melbourne Cup. How do you feel about the races, mate? I just want to cheeky opinion of some of them. You know?
Okay, for sure. So firstly, I want to shout out to Matty Wilson, absolute legend. Was FaceTiming me. So the first race that I missed was the Caulfield Cup. It was about 11 o'clock in Seattle when he FaceTimed me. Perfect stream, and I got to see Without a Fight and West Wind Blows battle it out down the Caulfield Straight, with obviously Without a Fight coming out on top. Fantastic race, fantastic watch. Big thanks, Matty. Then the Cox Plate. I remember we were actually on a cruise ship. We cruised to Alaska from Seattle, but we were on the cruise ship. It was about 11:15 at night, and all week I've been saying alligator blood, alligator blood, alligator blood. And when he turned the corner, it's still in my mind. I can see him. He turned the corner in front and he kicked about a half length clear. I thought it was his time. I thought it was his race. Obviously, Mr. Brightside grabbed him, and then Romantic Warrior under the shadows of the Cox Plate and Moonee Valley nabbed him on the line.
Me and James both on him. How good was
Yeah,
that?
I was on pretty heavily. Saved my day.
Yeah. Well, mate, he had to make up a lot of length from his first up display in the Turnbull. So a fantastic training performance by Danny Shum to get him there and get that dub.
Also proved us all right that J-Mac didn't whip the cunt.
There you go. And then obviously the Melbourne Cup. Now I was on I had Without a Fight to win, but in my multiples, obviously, Sulcombe, if the poor bugger could jump at the same time as every other horse, would be great. But I had Shiraz each way at 180 to 1. Yeah.
Cleaned up.
So I had some money on the place there.
No wonder you didn't turn up to the podcast that way.
Behind the scenes, I worked near where he may have been drinking and watching the races, and I'm like, I could give you a lift.
but look, Without a Fight, yeah, his rating in the Melbourne Cup was massive. I think it ranks third in like the last 10 or 15 years. Very Elegance had like the best performance. Like she had a weight for age rating of 114 a few years back when she beat Incentivise. Protectionist had about 111, and Without a Fight's come in at 108. So he's had like, you know, one of the top 3 performances of the last 15 years in the Melbourne Cup. So fantastic for him to do the double, the first since 2001 when Ethereal did it. He's going to go from strength to strength. He's an 8-year-old, or he's coming into an 8-year-old season next year. But yeah, look, wait for age in the autumn for him, I think. So
absolute weapon. We actually mentioned that in the last podcast as well. You know, we know about Ethereal. You know? That's
right. That's right.
We podcast here sometimes. Yeah.
But oh, look, it's just fantastic bit of racing, guys. It's sad that it's coming to an end, but anyway.
Yes. The other thing, I remember you telling me you had a good story, and I love a good Lucas story. So I mean, if you want to throw that down,
I reckon
happy.
he doesn't remember it.
I'm all ears.
I'll remember it. All right, strap in, boys, because it might be a couple of minutes long. But so last weekend I was at a golf trip down the coast somewhere. Now, when you win the golf day, the particular day of the 3-day period, you get shouted beers. So the 11 other people that were there shouted me a beer each. Started at about midday, and I didn't get on mid-strength. I was straight into the VBs, right? Smashing VBs all day. Saturday night at dinner, someone goes, let's get a bottle of wine. Right, I'm with some older, sophisticated
red, white,
men.
Rosé.
Red wine.
Red wine. Nice.
Red wine.
Good.
And, you know, next thing you know, I'm dancing on the dance floor of this little club. I've got I got a glass of red wine in my hand. I get back to the place we were staying at about 2 a.m. Fast forward to the next morning, 6:30. I got a mate waking me up saying, "Come on, mate, we've got to go." I'm still blind drunk. I rolled over to look at him. I rolled over to look at him, and my eyes and my head are going, ooh. Anyway, I had a shocking day of golf that day, and we got back into the clubhouse at about 11, and I was smashing like a salad roll and a coffee, and about 4 or 5 staff members kept walking back and forth in front of me, like eyeing me off, and I'm like, oh. I thought something was up, but I couldn't be too sure because they didn't make it, you know, they made it obvious they were looking at me. About 5 minutes later, the duty manager comes up to me and goes, have you signed in? And I'm like, oh, look, I'm a visitor. No, I just came in from the golf course straight into here. She goes, I need you to go sign in. I went in, signed in with my driver's license. She shows me a photo on her phone of me. Just a photo of me on her phone. Walking out the front door with a glass in my hand of beer. And I was like, oh yeah, that's me. And she goes, I need you to leave the club now. You're permanently banned. And I was like, and I didn't say anything because there was other blokes there. I didn't want to kick up a stink and make a scene. So I was like, no problem. I'll go. I walk out. The other blokes eventually follow me home about half an hour later. I'm just chilling. I'm like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's the last day. It is what it is.
Yep.
About an hour later, I get a phone call on obviously my mobile, and it's an officer from the Batemans Bay Police. and I've answered the phone, and he said who he is, and I'm like, he goes, do you know why I'm calling you? And I said, oh, fuck me, mate. Is this for the glass that I walked out with? This is a bit overboard if that's the case. He goes, it's not for that. It's for the whiteboard. And I've gone, whiteboard? What the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, mate, I'm not far from the club you were at. Are you staying near there? I told him where we're staying. He goes, mate, I can be there in about 2 minutes. You mind if I show you what it is and we have a quick chat? So I said, no problem. In my mind, I was so drunk, I don't remember.
Yeah, holy shit.
I did. So I've gone, yeah, mate, no problem. Come on down. Too easy. He comes down, he calls me and goes, mate, I'm out the front. So I walk the short distance out the front where he was, and he's standing there with a big grin on his face. Now, this cop was an absolute legend, right? He's already trying not to piss himself laughing. Yeah. He shows me the video, right? He shows me a video. The lady, the duty manager showed me a photo. He showed me a video. I've somehow made my way into the conference room of this place, right? I don't know how I've got myself there. And the video is me, and I'm walking in this place, and I stop and I look back, and I see the whiteboard. I see a whiteboard there. Next thing you know, I put my glass of red wine on the table. I undo the texter, and I start scribbling all over the fucking whiteboard. I start scribbling all over the whiteboard. Close the thing up and I walk out, and he goes, "Do you have any idea what you wrote on there?" While trying not to laugh, this bloke's and I'm like, "Mate, I have zero idea what I wrote on that." And he goes, "Well, this is what the duty manager found the next morning." He scrolls across to the next photo. I shit you not. This has all happened, right? And I've gone. He showed me that, and I've gone, "Mate, there is no way. I might have been drunk, but there's no way I would have done that. That's fucking ridiculous." And he goes, "Now look, mate. I believe you because the video of me, it's like 20 seconds of me scribbling, right?
Yeah.
I'm going hard.
Yeah.
I believe you didn't do this." And I said, "Mate, I definitely didn't." He goes, "Can you go through your phone, check anything with videos in there that you've got?" I went through my photos and I went through any like recently deleted. I couldn't see a thing. I couldn't see a thing. I'm like, "Mate, I'm so sorry, I've got nothing." And he goes, "That's okay. I'm going to go back to the club. I'll tell them to lift your ban because I don't think it was you, and I'll tell them to keep looking further into the video." Anyway, we shook hands. I said, "Thanks heaps, mate. Talk to you later." He goes, "I'll message you when it's good." He buggers off. 10 minutes later, I got a message saying, "Mate, all good. You can go back." And I walked back to all the guys that I was golfing with, and I'm like, "Mate, this is what happened." And obviously I told them that. and then one of your mates goes, "Oh yeah, I remember what you sent us in the video." And I was like, "What did I send?" He pulls up the video. I'm standing in front of this whiteboard. I scribbled the words, "pee pee poo poo penis." And sent it to him. I scribbled the words "pee pee poo poo penis" and sent it to him. Seriously.
Holy shit.
Anyway, we go back to the club later that night, and the duty manager that kicked me out 6 hours ago runs after me, chases me down, finds me, apologizes profusely, said she looked at the footage and just saw me walk in there like a dope. And then an hour later they checked and someone had come in, wiped off pee pee poo poo penis and drew. So she comes up, apologizes. They're offering me free beers, offering me free that, but fuck me, dude. That was the most ridiculous few hours of my life.
Funniest story I've ever heard.
That's
It's a long one, but fuck, that's
I'll tell you
intense.
what, great work by the copper. Great work even by the although they could have looked at the video a little bit longer. The fact that they still apologized and took ownership of it.
For sure, dude. It was real good of them, yeah.
It sounds like one of the drunkest you've got in a while, but then the story
Dude,
just
wine
goes
fucks
from
me.
better to better to better.
Wine fucks me over. But
I don't know if we can have the HH words in the YouTube
no,
video,
definitely
but we might.
I might bleep that out.
But dude, the best part was the officer trying not to laugh the whole time. That was my story for that one.
All right, gents, into accountability. We have a pretty poor week from everyone, especially me. Leachy's loss again with Imperatriz winning, but I also had a multi with Brightside, and we'll get into that later. But tough loss for me. Another loss was Lucas's top tip, Antino. How'd that go, mate? It was just
well, when Antino was brought into the barriers, and then he had to sit in the barriers for up to 7 minutes while one of the other horses had their shoe redone. He jumped, a length behind everyone. The jockey went to go inside instead of coming to the outside. There was a lot of excuses, but he pulled up like I think 3 out of 5 lame and also coughing. So there are definitely excuses for Antino there, but not impressed
won't
with
be
my
making that
tipping
again.
ability.
Not for a little while.
No.
Dan's decision. Glenn Maxwell, top point scorer, but Dan, something happened.
Well, Maxwell didn't play.
He didn't play.
So that's a win in my book.
Dan got a win. Yes.
It was hard for you to know that he wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you should have. Did you put that bet on after the?
No, because the team was announced on Saturday.
Yeah, but
But he wasn't walking then, was he?
yeah, look as a cricket guru, I predicted Maxwell Stark out after that game.
Should have listened to the
Right.
guru. Should have listened to the guru. Speaking of the guru, Jim's Jam, I lost.
Yeah, I should have bet on the cricket.
Should have bet
I
on
should've
Mitch Marsh to be top point scorer.
I should have bet on who was going to be out of the Australian cricket team because I picked that.
But yeah, no. So all of us lost, but I mean, Dan got a return, technically speaking.
Well played, Dan.
well
Well
played, Dan. Horse racing multi. Me and Dan again got ours side of the multi up, but James and Lucas and Tino and Prowess didn't play.
Whoopsie poopsie.
Yeah,
That's
I can't believe Paris didn't.
But
Yeah, I was very disappointing run from her.
Yeah.
Very
next
disappointing.
week, I'm sure we get the horse racing multi for you guys, and
I
look
just,
forward to
I
that.
just had a feeling that Mr. Brightside would place.
Yeah, I mean,
He's fallen off.
he has fallen off. He
Yeah,
has
you
fallen
watch
off.
yourself.
To
I
a good
didn't say
horse,
that
though.
looking
To a good
straight
horse.
at you, by the way.
Because Mr. Brightside did place. Anyway,
Anywho, boys, a new fan favorite segment here, and the boys love it, the fans love it. Ad read with James. I'm looking forward to what you got this week, James.
Yeah, so I've sent the ad read to Lucas. So Lucas, bring it up on your phone, look into the camera, and remember, this is not a real company. Everything here is for fun. Don't sue us. right.
okay. Ready to go?
Ready to
Yeah,
go.
ready to go.
Beautiful, gentlemen. This week's podcast is brought to you by Tiger Lee Lawyers. They are the #1 law firm going around. It doesn't matter if you have a case or not, they will sue for you. So if your team loses a footy match on the buzzer with some controversy, or if some podcasters are getting a little bit too lippy, allegedly, call Tiger Lee Lawyers to schedule a meeting today.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's
That was
professional.
That's
That's professional.
He's good.
Well
He's
done,
back.
boys. Well
He's
done.
back. He's back.
I think we need to get Lucas to read a long one next time.
Yeah.
Like, what was your one, James?
Oh, mine was wacky.
Was his
footy.
wacky sporting goods?
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two men.
Did you hear about that, Lucas?
Which one?
Was his wacky sporting goods?
I did not hear about Waz's Whacking Sporty
mate.
Goods.
The TikTok coming soon.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon. So I look forward to that.
There you go,
But,
boys.
that was good. I mean, Lucas is a real knack for this. So any actual companies want to come on,
Again,
give us a
that's-
sponsor.
I will boost sales by a minimum 2%.
Right now, it's 2 out of 3 that has been able to get through it. Dan struggled to not laugh during last week's rating Ricky's.
Dan can't read.
I have dyslexia.
I look forward to what I have to read
Yeah,
next week.
I've got something in plan.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm waiting for it. Into the next though, we were speaking about James. We got the cricket One Day World Cup still going, and James, you are the guru, so we look forward to what you got to say.
So obviously, on the night we recorded last week, something biblical happened.
Correct.
Every one of the greatest players has now caught it at least the greatest ODI innings,
Mhm.
if not the greatest innings of cricket ever by a batsman. Maxwell, 201, 125 balls. By God, it was biblical. I think I've watched the highlights about 20 times. Yeah, how about you guys? Everyone would have seen it.
I feel like we watched it about 7 times over the weekend just at the club.
Yeah.
It was something. It was so amazing. Just watching like how he just stood there and just swacked at it.
Yeah.
Like, no footwork whatsoever.
My favorite part was him actually trying to move between the wickets, and he's like straight leg going.
Yeah. So my father-in-law is not a big cricket fan, right? Like he'll know the players and whatnot, but he won't sit down and watch a game. And we were at Thirlmere Pub on Saturday, about midday Saturday, and the highlights came up. And I told him, you just got to watch this, as Maxwell flat out does not move. Like, no footwork, no nothing, just straight muscle.
Batting coaches hate him.
Yeah, seriously. And just watching him wallop every single ball that came near him was, as you said, mate, biblical. One of the most ridiculous things you'll ever see on a cricket pitch.
Then I feel really bad for poor Mitchy Marsh because he scored a pretty casual 170 on. Just a couple of days later, nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
He also did it in a chasing team. He's got second in a lot of the record books now behind Maxi.
Behind Glenn, yeah.
Just average. I love the memes that came out about Pat Cummins. Just like he's a massive cuck who just likes to watch Maxwell bat.
Oh, shit.
Pat was getting all the praise while Maxwell was doing all the work.
Yeah.
It is one of the bravest 12s I've ever seen.
Paddy
60
Cuckins.
balls.
Yeah, mate, I think it was more than 60. I swear it was like
Yeah,
70 odd.
65, I
Oh,
think.
was
or
it?
something,
Okay.
Yeah. But ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's the two times Maxi's went off, one was with, like, both of them have been with Pat.
Yeah.
They're both the records of the least contribution in a like big partnership. Because in the in the fastest 100, like the 40 ball 100, like he barely even got strike.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then this time, whenever he did, his job was just block it out so that way Maxi can get the ball back.
He's just a big fan of his work. He just loves watching Maxwell. Paddy Cuckins out there.
Paddy Cuckins.
Loves to get cucked by Maxwell. But any more
Yeah, so,
juicy stuff? What happened?
So no real big things that happened in the games. There was a couple of dead rubbers because it's right at the end of this long tournament. But now we're at the pointy end. This week, Wednesday night, we have both games will already be played by the time this comes out. So we can even give our predictions. So we got Wednesday night, India versus New Zealand. I'm going to go right off the bat, and I think maybe India could win this game.
Maybe.
Anyone else got any varying opinions?
Virat Kohli.
Kohli, yeah, I'll go India as well. You're the guru. I'm just going with what he says, you know?
I think New Zealand will win this game because last time we said New Zealand won't win, they did win. So
Look,
I'm trying to reverse psychology.
India
shit.
is due a loss.
Mm.
They've gone now, I think, 10 games straight, 9 games in the 10 games straight. They're due a loss.
They're due. But maybe against Australia in the final, that would be better.
New Zealand was one of the only teams to push them.
Yep.
Have I told you about that Rachin Ravindra? I think his name's an amalgamation of a couple of Indian players in the past or something like that.
I heard Rahul Dravid and
Rachel from Friends. So no.
oh yeah.
Because if New Zealand win, it makes it easier on us in the final.
Oh, mate.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you said this 2 weeks ago.
Talking about
Let me repeat.
Talk about easy finals. Our semi-final against serial chokers, South Africa. Feels like they've never won one of these games. So the Australia to win by 200 runs or something.
Yeah.
I hope. We hope.
Doesn't matter that they I think they've won. They won the last 3 games in that one-day tournament.
Yes,
that
they
we
did.
had. But that was after Travis Head got injured, so they haven't beat us, our boys.
Mm.
And they may have pumped us earlier in this World Cup, but it's now a do or die.
We'll see who shows up, won't we?
Yeah.
Looking forward.
All of a sudden, Australia just stumbles into these finals. Has not looked good at all. We've been saved by just one player just scoring a bunch of runs. Like various different players, but
And our
Just all coming up clutch in the right
Yeah.
time.
and our boy Zampa.
and our boy Zamps. Our boy Zamps.
boy.
After I said he was out of form, Lucas got in his corner.
That's right.
Said, "No, you've got this."
My boys Amps.
Since then, he's now the leading wicket taker, I think, for the whole tournament, or if not second place.
Mm.
So,
You're welcome.
yeah, now we're against India with all the weight of the world. They're like in the final. South Africa that can't win a do or die game. This is our World Cup to lose. Like, we've got this one.
All right, some more sporting events that happened over the
Oh,
weekend.
no way. Sport? It's
Yeah.
like we're a sporting podcast.
Couch commentators, UFC 295,
Woo.
big card. 2 new champions from it. One an interim, one a full champion. But the rest of the card I don't really care about. The 2 main fights, though, I do care about. We had Sergey Pavlovich.
Well played.
Versus Tom Aspinall. And that was for the heavyweight title, as John Jones has done his pec and won't be fighting for a while. Well, it was for the interim.
Done his peck.
Yeah, torn. But this fight, I mean, I thought Sergey had the power and everything like that. But if any of you guys actually seen it, he
Yeah.
got absolutely staunched by Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
And
Well, sorry, you go.
I was gonna say Tom Aspinall now I think also has one of the coolest back tattoos as well, which is
He does. He does. I think he's got the second coolest back tattoo in the UFC. Alexander Volkov has the best back tattoo I've ever seen in my entire life, let alone UFC. Have you seen Alexander Volkov's? The samurai on his back? It's fucking mint. But
something about Max Holloway's like shitty looking angel wings.
Yeah,
get me going.
That's pretty good.
That's a fighter.
Well, I think who is it? Is it because I know Tony Ferguson? It's either Tony or Max. One of them has the angel wings. The other one has an angel and a devil wing.
Sorry, I may have.
I can't think who's who though.
Yeah, good point. I may have them confused as well.
But then so might I. So
yeah,
yeah. I mean Aspinall. It was only a minute and 6 seconds into the fight, but obviously the 1-2 with that right hand hitting him on the temple, like that was game over from there. But then instantly drops another 1-2 on his head and a couple of hammer fists, and that was that. But mate, Aspinall is so impressive. Yeah, I know he's got 3 losses on his record, but mate, he's such an impressive fighter.
Under heavyweight without a loss.
Well, that's it. It's hard to do, right? But
I was one to not rate him too much, and then seeing this has just boosted my rating on him pretty highly.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But see, I know it's the interim title, but John Jones has already said he will not fight Tom Aspinall because he's young. But his words, John. If you look up what John Jones has said, he goes,
"Was this after the fight?"
No, this is prior to the fight. He said, "I don't want to." Like he wants to fight Stipe and then retire.
Yeah.
He wants to fight 43-year-old Stipe Miocic, right? He doesn't want to fight the younger blokes. Fair play, John Jones. Do what you want to do. You're not my goat. Never will be. But yeah, look, impressive performance by Tom.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, I think him and Stipe will probably retire after it. Like, whoever wins gets the title, and then they'll retire, and he becomes the full champ anyway, like Tom Aspinall.
Stipe's not had a fight since March of 2021. Yeah,
which is ridiculous. That's like he's waiting to retire, and he also is like he could have went for this interim surely, but
absolutely
instead he's waiting on John Jones to heal himself for the
bit more money.
And you'd think John Jones won't be back till like fucking halfway through next year.
Come on, Peck, easily, dude. Yeah, I reckon you're right. Yeah,
but I rate Jones for not ruining another young kid's career. I reckon Jones taps him out in under 2 minutes.
Fat steroid user.
Well, speaking of John Jones, maybe he'll be back for UFC 300. That's in July.
5 months. That's pretty. Oh,
depends. Some picks can be like almost.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's supposed to be July because that's like July's International Fight Week, and
they put it.
Yeah, who knows though?
Who knows? But boys, the main fight. This fight was like I was hyped up for this one, like really hyped up. You had Yuri Prochazka versus Alex Pereira. Now, the way this fight went, it was just a gunsling from both of them. One stage Pereira was definitely dazed, but then out of nowhere, he did a little bit of playing possum, I think, but he hit him with a left hook, right hook,
a short shovel left hook, dude. Yeah,
and just dropped him. And man, him at light heavyweight is crazy. His career in general, he's only had 11 fights. Sorry, he's only had 11 fights, and for MMA talk, like that's tiny kind of career wise, and he's already been a 2-division champion, and he's fighting the best fighters like back to back to back kind of thing. Like we talk about Hamzat before, like where he's come up and he's only fought maybe 2 good fighters, and he's got maybe 13 fights. Pereira's had less MMA fights, and the bloke's a 2-time champion, which is crazy. And then my favorite part about this whole fight was after it. He barely speaks much English at all, and he goes, "Adesanya, come to daddy." I'm just like, he's still chasing him no matter what.
That was so cold, hey?
How'd you see the fight, Lucas?
Dude, the walkouts from both of them were amazing. You know when Pereira comes out and he does that slow bop and then he does the bow and arrow. But the stare down was the most intense thing I've ever seen. Mate, I've probably rewatched that stare down 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
Just watching, because obviously like Pereira looks like the Easter Island heads, right? That's the meme. He looks like the Easter Island, and just dead straight. Yuri's like eyes not moving either. Oh, mate.
They looked at each other through the whole, like, everything, like the whole commentary, the buffer, like, talking about their names, everything. They're just dead staring at them, and then Yuri does his samurai.
Dude, they're like, you couldn't get a more perfect representation of MMA than those two blokes right there. Mate, they're modern day gladiators, without a doubt.
100%. And that fight, it shows us how good Pereira is at like kickboxing and just moving up to that light heavyweight. I struggle to see anyone who really can take him. I mean, he did only just win a points decision against Blachowicz. But I see him as he gets better at MMA. His takedown defense and getting up from takedowns will only get better. Like,
but he does, like, as good as he is, he does leave himself open to counter strikes.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be that chance where he can get an odd loss. But then he also showed that just like he's always had this raw knockout power that he can just get anyone on.
He got took down by Prochaska, and
he did.
And I was like, this is
half.
probably it, because like how Prochaska won the light heavyweight title before
against Glover.
Yeah, was beating Glover by a guillotine, or was it a rear naked?
Rear naked choke. Dude, Pereira's leg kicks.
Yeah,
mate. Holy shit!
I saw this clip of
DC.
Yeah. And obviously retired DC, probably hasn't been kicked in the leg in yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, kick me 10% first. His leg buckles in. 25. Bang. Did he go 50? Or was
he went to 25.
Yeah.
But you go.
Oh, yeah, DC's like almost fall over. Like,
the best part was like you could hear, even if it was 25%, you could hear like the dunk, like the little thud.
His leg doesn't look like it moved quick. It's just the weight and the way he does it.
Because it's weird. It's not like he like comes around. It's almost like he just stabs it out. Yeah, he just like kicks it out. I don't understand how it's
just the way he's
so powerful
trained to do it.
Yeah, that like I completely forgot about it. But the leg kicks were the reason Prochaska he kept swapping stances and like just couldn't stay on his lead leg, which just got fucking beaten up. It got bruised in like the first minute.
It was so fucked.
It shows how fucking good he is. And I seen something from Chael Sonnen, like a video from him, and he said like, I mean, everything Chael Sonnen says I just love.
Absolutely right.
But he said like,
Gospel.
Pereira's got to be up there for like MMA Fighter of the Year. Like,
yes,
surely. Like, yes, he got slapped by Adesanya, but he also beat Adesanya on the biggest like winning streak in middleweight like history. And then comes up and then beats Yuri Prochaska for the title.
Light heavyweight belt. It's insane. It's insane. I also love how Rogan and DC were going, early stoppage. And then as soon as Prochaska was interviewed, he straight out said, "No, I was out.
Yeah, I was out.
I was out. Yeah." And it just put a stop to that, like dead in the water.
I saw a fan video as well, like that was more behind Goddard, the ref.
Yep.
And you sort of see his head, or like when he drops, it looks like he's almost completely out. Like where the other angle sort of made it look like protecting himself. From that angle, it looks like his head just goes.
And that's the thing, if he doesn't stop the fight, Pereira's in mount.
Just enough of one or two big elbows.
Pereira's in mount, right? Just raining down elbows or hammer fist, dude. It's exactly. That's what he fucking.
All of a sudden,
his nickname is Powhatan.
Anywhere from 2 to 5 shots that he didn't need to.
Yeah, exactly. So well played, Mark Goddard.
Great refereeing, great card, and look forward to the next one. What's it? 296. I don't know who's the.
I'm pretty sure it is. I know the flyweight titles on the line between Brandon Royval and Pantoja. I know that's one fight on there. Can't think of the others off the top of my head though.
I know. Yeah, good stuff. Now there's a bit of. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys have seen it over social media or not, but the International Fast 5 men's tournament was on, and the men's netball tournament. And there was a couple of dance performances before the game started. And there was the Australian team performed the Nutbush, and the New Zealand team performed a dance to the Men in Black. And I have both videos. And after that, I want to ask you a question, but it's bloody funny to see if you haven't seen it.
Can I just say, we are really digging deep if we're fucking talking about men's fucking netball.
Oh no, this has been a hot topic. This has been a hot topic.
I have not seen this whatsoever.
It is pretty funny. It is pretty funny.
All right.
No sound.
Beautiful. Even better. No sound.
You want me to do it for you already?
Oh, yeah.
How does it go? Wait for it. Ready, I'll start in a second.
We're not getting copyright.
Oh, we're gonna get copyright. That's just
That's the exact way it's played as well. It's great stuff to see. Look at these lads just going at it.
Look, can you see the fan in the background going crazy? The fan's going crazy. The fan.
My question is to you guys: do we see other Australian teams performing like this?
Okay, if a rugby league team, let's put this: the Kangaroos have just walked out onto the. It's the Rugby League World Cup final, right? It's Australia versus New Zealand.
They've done the hugger.
They've done the haka, and we pull out the nutbush. I'd throw shit at them.
I've been medically retiring them all because they've all got a fucking concussion.
Just imagine this, like as the huckers stepping forward, like now every single one seems to where they get in the face. The Australian team, nut bushes.
Mate, that's scary. That's scary stuff.
Those fucking knees can be quite wicked.
And now there was the New Zealand team. As I said, they did a dance performance. And my question to you again is: do you scrap the haka and just go for this, boys? Because this is next level.
Now I'm trying to remember the Men in Black theme, and I've got nothing here.
Yeah, are we any chance to get an Eddie volume or
Absolute in synchronized dancing here.
How's this, right?
Swimming. Oh, he's done
Oh,
this.
I got that far in the video. I went, what the fuck did I just watch?
Okay, so let me tell you something, right? So you've got the Kiwis rugby league team. They all work full time as rugby league players. These guys play for the I don't know what the netball team's called.
No,
but
they called the Men in Black. That's why they did it.
Oh, are they? Well, yeah. Then they go back to their fucking job at Tesco or Costco or Woolies or whatever during the week. Get out of here.
Oh, mate. I think
Apparently, every team sort of does a dance.
Oh, that's pretty
and
cool,
I'll tell you
then.
what, it's fucking worked.
Oh, dude, it's pretty
They've
funny.
got
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got the fastest growing podcast in the nation, some may say the world, talking about them.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen anything from men's netball, and I didn't watch the game. But,
Usually all I see is like that split second between me changing to the next channel.
But no,
Good stuff, boys.
I did enjoy it, and hopefully maybe you see that before games. Could you imagine like the Sharks doing like a baby shark do, or maybe
Every toddler ever will have the Sharks as their favourite team.
Tigers doing a bit of a Eye of the Tiger dance or something.
You do that already, mate. Like Rocky Balboa up the steps.
Oh, bloody hell. Good stuff. Shout out to the men's netball. Shout out.
Last five.
Good shit, boys.
Last five. Now, Dan, we've guessed your athlete pretty rapid the last 2 weeks, but I'm sure you've got a hard one for us this week.
Yeah, well, it'll be an NRL player that plays for the Dragons.
Lucas is out of
Back in the
touch, I reckon.
1920s.
But Dan, mate, what do you got?
We're going Lucas this week for guest
Ooh,
athlete.
he's back.
He's been off for a month, and I think I said once he got back that I wouldn't have an NRL player for him. So
Keen.
We're about to find out.
we're about to find out. Yes, indeed. Let me just get the timer up and going.
I've got this already. I'm going to get this first go.
All right.
Max
Lucas,
Verstappen.
are you ready to guess the athlete?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Cricket.
Yes.
Mark Waugh.
No.
Steve Waugh.
No.
Oh.
Currently playing.
No.
2000s teams.
Yeah.
Jason Gillespie.
No.
Brett Lee.
No.
The cocaine bloke. McGrath. No, not McGrath. Sorry. McGill. Stuart McGill. Batsman or bowler?
Batsman.
Matt Hayden.
No.
Who's the old captain?
30 seconds.
The old coach. Justin Langer.
No.
Was he an opening batsman?
No.
Mike Hussey.
No.
Ricky Ponting.
No.
Michael Clark.
Yep.
You really screw it up by going that era of cricket team because like I love that era.
Good stuff.
I
That
was
picture,
originally going
I
to
knew-
go Usman Khawaja, but I'm pretty sure I've already done Uzi.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll go Michael Clark.
The best part about your athletes is if it's not NRL, it's cricket. You have zero.
I was going to go golfer, but then I'm like, nah, I can't be fucked.
I
doing
wouldn't
golf.
fucking know that at all, dude. I just,
good stuff, Dan. Good stuff, Lucas. He did
Thank you,
stump
thank
in
you.
for a little bit, but he got there in the end.
I was working my way
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Good stuff, gents. And now I've got something a bit different for you guys. It's a bit of a quiz, and I'm looking forward to this because I've handpicked pictures of NRL players, past and present, and we're going to do a bit of a buzzer system where you buzz in and you guess the player from the picture. Whoever gets the most points, I will be giving an extra bonus bet. Ooh.
Where am I looking?
All right.
I'm guessing up on the TV.
Okay.
So, gents, are you ready?
Yeah,
I think I'm ready.
Born ready.
Buzz in and guess the
Are
athlete.
our buzzers our names?
Yeah, buzz is your name, or you could go something different. But I feel like you go a bit wild with it, so we'll just go with a name.
Yep.
But okay, boys, give me 1 second.
Lucas.
Yes,
Does
Lucas.
that count? Jason Saab.
Jason Saab, he is correct. You got Jason Saab
Lucas.
there.
Jason.
All right.
Dan. Fuck. Jack
Good.
Bird.
James.
It is
Oh,
Kalen
yeah.
Ponga.
There's some fucking shit tattoos, Kalen.
Look like keep up. Well,
Mickey Mouse.
and some glasses there. All right, ready for the next one, lads?
Yep.
Oh, it's
Oh, it's
Kalen
Kalen
Ponga.
Ponga.
Dan.
Lucas.
Lucas first.
That's
It's
it.
Jonathan's
That's too
first.
easy. Holy fuck.
Look at those eyebrows, mate.
I can hear this in the background.
I just want a
Nah.
quick buzzer.
All right, Jeds, are you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Dan.
James.
That's Cam Murray, isn't it?
Lucas.
Yeah.
Lucas.
James technically was the next one.
Wait. So it's not Cam.
It's not Cam Murray.
Oh, I know
Okay,
who
we
it
go,
is.
Lucas.
I know who it is.
You go, Lucas.
It's
Yeah.
King.
Oh, no.
It's the
Come on,
King.
I thought it was
Give me
Murray.
your shit tat.
I thought it was him too. I thought it was Murray.
Yeah,
too.
I
I seen the
Yeah.
eye and
And
I'm
then
like,
blue
yeah, that's
eyes.
Cam Murray.
I noticed the hair though.
I forget that
Yeah.
he's just got acting good looks.
Yeah.
because he
Alright,
usually has
ridiculously
horrible haircuts.
boys. Ready for the next one.
Lucas.
Oh, those
Oh,
dreamy eyes.
Surely he knows.
Is that Walsh?
It is. Look at
I
those
was gonna
eyes.
say
We may have
Munster.
gave-
I was
we
gonna
may
say
have gave some
Munster.
hints. We may have gave some hints. We
Yeah,
should
you
have
did.
said
I was
anything.
gonna say Munster.
Wow, that was close. I can't believe it. I thought you'd be lost in his eyes as soon as you see
Oh,
him.
I am.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
Did you
damn,
guys
I
say
am.
anything?
Yeah.
I'm lost in his
That's why I
eyes.
forgot my buzzer.
Yeah. All right, next one, lads.
Lucas.
James. Oh, that's
I think
I
it
think
was
Lucas,
Lucas,
then Dan.
then Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. That's
That's-
Nico.
that's-
That's the
Ash
shark
Nico.
himself.
That's
That's the
Nico.
shark himself.
I just
Nico.
realized he has like sharp teeth.
Yeah.
he actually got him sharpened the moment he signed.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
All right, lads. Next one.
James. Ennis. Nice.
Nicky Ennis.
Into the line.
Rugby
Swoop
league.
into the line. All
Rugby
right.
league.
Next one, lads.
Lucas.
Ooh,
Dan went
That's Luke
first.
Brooks.
It is Luke Brooks in his Manly gear. How good's Lukey Brooks in the Manly
Look
gear?
at that new logo. Fuck.
Oh, what a man. What a man. That
What
guy's
a
going
man,
to
what
win
a
a
man,
premiership
what a man, a
there.
good man.
100%.
Tell you what, he just looks better.
All right. Ready, lads. 3, 2, 1.
Dan.
I think it was James.
I think he owns a law firm. It's not Tiger Lee.
It is.
Bro, Braden's lawyers. Is it Lee Hatchapatelis?
It is. Lee Hatchapatelis. What a man. Oh, what a guy.
All allegedly.
All right. Next
Get
one.
that fucking hat off, you twat.
Dan. Fuck. Is that Nathan Hindmarsh's
It
eyes?
is not even High Marshall's ass.
Now, who's the Dragons front rower that's
Dan
tackling it?
Hunt.
Ben Crane.
It's Dan Hunt.
Dan Hunt.
Can I get
Dan,
an extra point for that?
Dan knows Dan. I mean, that's crazy shit right there.
I thought it was that hiding his ass because I remember
Had
how
to
many
be.
times
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got
sure,
danced.
sure. I'm
as,
sure.
as soon as a
Yeah.
Parramatta.
Look at that fucking men's asses.
Look at that ass. All right, lads, ready for the next one?
Lucas.
Dan. Oh, fuck.
I don't know. Oh, that's Russell Packer. That's my boy Russie.
That is Russell Packer chucking a piss.
I learned how to piss on the field from that bloke right there.
I love the no facial expression change. Just like, yep,
That
this is happening.
Russell Packer.
Yep, I'm pissing on the field
What a
right now.
man, what a man, what a bloody good man. All right, next one, lads.
James. The Topawati in a charity game as well.
Topawati.
That's because I remembered him wearing the rubber glove.
That's
all a
fun.
joke.
At least he's good about it.
Oh, mate, that's good stuff. All right. I think this might be the last one, gentlemen. So get your buzzers ready.
Lucas,
Lucas, your guess?
West Tigers.
Dan. West Tigers trophy cabinet.
It is West Tigers trophy cabinet.
You're laughing a bit hard there, fuckwit.
At least I haven't won 2 spoons in 2 years.
I honestly did not count who won that, but I'm going to give it to Dan because he got the last one right. You got a second bet, mate.
They probably still won't win.
That was good. That was
You
funny.
only get the bonus bit.
So, after watching it back in the edit, I didn't win. So, I'm happily handing my bonus bet on to the real winner, Lucas. So, congrats, Lucas. You get an extra bet. I've already told you that I'll hand it to you, but congrats, mate.
I hope you enjoyed, boys. I spent a bit of time on my week.
That was good stuff. That was good stuff. Like that.
Very good. I enjoyed that.
All right. Now we get into the most important part of the podcast. We got the horse racing, and we have our horse racing guru back. So how good. We got Lucas back here.
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
And yeah, shoot away, mate.
Well, guys, there was a fantastic end to the Flemington Carnival the last 7 days. Now, we'll start with the champion sprint. Now, Imperatriz, I think probably the best sprinter in the world. Look, some may say she's still yet to beat a top class field. In secret, definitely not showing what she. Espiona, sprinter, she's a mile. Buenos Noches is a top class horse. He came second to Imperatriz. He ran he ran to like 105 weight for age rating, where I think there was only about a length in him at the end of it, which was very impressive for Buenos Noches to keep up with her there. But look, come autumn time, I know she won full spring, but I still don't think she's raced against.
Yeah.
There's no I wish I win. No think about it. No private eye. There's no Giga Kick.
Yeah. I mean, it has beat Giga Kick, but Giga Kick also was injured after that. So, like, that's the only race you could give claims to it beating a class horse, I guess.
And Willow did ride Giga Kick a very, very
to the point that he got
weirdly.
dropped.
Yeah, to the point like the whole entire week after that was about him getting dropped off the horse.
So do we see Imperatriz aiming for the Everest next?
I have heard that in the spring they're definitely going to Black Caviar Lightning down the Flemington Straight of 1,000 meters.
Yep.
I've then heard that they might be passing up the option of the TJ Smith. It's the biggest sprint race in the autumn. Once again, dodging the big boys. I don't want to say dodging, but
100%.
Sure seems like it.
Yeah. To go over to WA to take on the Quokka. And then taking the direct flight from Perth to England to Royal Ascot up the straight there.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like, dodging the Australian field over and over. The owners just don't want to see it lose, get a bit of hype going behind it, get some wins behind. But,
she's a fantastic horse. She's got 23 starts, 17 wins. She's absolutely top class. I want to see her, and I wish I win. Giga Kick. Think about it. Private Eye. I want to see all those horses go at it in a TJ Smith autumn. I think that is fantastic.
Yeah. It is. It's a shame that the owners don't want to see the same thing. I'm afraid of a loss, I'd say. But
could be the only reason. By God,
and I still give it a good chance of winning as well. Like,
absolutely. But I think the thing is as well. Remember in the autumn carnival at the start of this year, Sydney, she lost to Artorias.
Yeah,
and Artorias hadn't won since like I was a toddler, and he goes and beats Imperatriz there. I don't think they rate her going the Sydney way, the Melbourne way either. So that could be a thing.
That could just be an age thing as well. Give it a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's one particular podcast that I listen to. These blokes are so homers for Melbourne, to hate anything Sydney. They reckon Peter Valand, all that. This one bloke said that Imperatriz is the best sprinter since Black Caviar.
Oh my god!
And I posted him on Twitter and called him out and said, mate, less than 12 months ago, less than 6 months ago, you know, Nature Strip was running around, who's undoubtedly the best Caviar. In this fucking tool bag, he's going out saying she's the best. But look,
what's their name? Let's call them out on the podcast.
So his name is Matt Stewart from the Racing Pulse.
Hear that, Matt Stewart?
Matt Stewart also has some of the worst takes you've ever heard,
including that one.
Including that. You know what else he'll say? Like they reckon the All-Star. Did you hear about the change? Gentlemen?
No, but you can.
So remember how you used to be able to vote horses in, like your vote?
Yeah.
Because that was the worst idea ever, and you'd get benchmark 80 horses in a Group 1 field, right? And they were just absolute speed bumps. They changed it. So they changed it to, you know, a win and you're in. So you win this race, you get in. You win this race, you get in. Yeah. They dropped the prize money down. Peter Valandis brings out the Everest, and it's the biggest hit in like horse racing history, right? Like biggest. They've gone, let's do the All-Star Mile, vote this in. Flopped. The All-Star Mile flat out flopped, and now they've changed it around. They've dropped the prize money because of enough people betting on it or whatnot. Another L for Racing Victoria.
Another L. Take
the
L.
Take the L. Matt Stewart.
Matt Stewart, take that.
Bit of an inside joke, but oh no, not another.
Another one. Oh no.
We're the number one racing podcast. Fuck you, Matt Stewart, and the.
Well, look. Let's head on to then the ridiculous front running rides of Pride of Jenny.
Oh wow!
Holy hell!
Holy
Fucking
shit!
ridiculous.
Holy hell! The worst part is I was watching the sectionals in the top right hand, running some sectionals, and then she got to the 1200 to 1000 meter, like 1180. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Going from the 1000 to the 800, 1150. As she speeds up, the 8 to 6, like 1118. I'm like, getting quicker. Gone fast the entire race, and she's getting quicker. None of them looked like they were going to catch her. It looked like she sort of hit a flat spot at like the 300, but then she found again. And holy hell, well, 2 wins in a week, both the exact same way. Declan Bates, ridiculous riding ability there on her.
I thought the same thing around the 300. I'm like, oh, yep.
Here comes
Everyone's
bright side. Here comes everyone.
Everyone was coming.
Alligator blood.
That second kick.
I couldn't believe it. Even Matty Hill, the commentator, he's the best commentator in the business. Rarely gets anything wrong. He says she's hit a flat spot here. She's paddling, and then she finds half a second later. It was crazy.
That race, was ridiculous because obviously I'm on bright side for my multi. And I'm going, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna start coming back and run on a treadmill, but just kept going, and you're like, holy shit! What if this horse becomes one of the best horses and has now found how to win? This is how you do it.
You ready for this? So, according to Dan O'Sullivan's ratings, she has run a better figure than Brightside or Alligator Blood has ever run in that.
That is.
So that's, wait for age. You've got to take into mare and stallion or gelding. You've got to take that into account, the weight difference there. But she has run a better performance than either of them ever.
That is
amazing.
Yeah, crazy.
Brandon's former boss and friend of all of us, me and Brandon, maybe Dan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He picked it. Really good bet.
And I want to bring something back, guys. So about 6 weeks ago, Pride of Jenny ran around in the race at Moonee Valley on a Friday night. She went hell for leather up front, and Amelia's Jewel put her away with ease. I still think Amelia's Jewel is amazing, and she's absolutely fantastic. And Pride of Jenny is just franking that form week after week.
I'll tell you what, it's just been just a really good spring. Like just worked into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We've well, bringing up Amelia's Jewel. I don't know if you've listened to me spiel shit, but I've been saying that you're the reason Amelia's Jewel's lost its first race,
I've not been there.
and that it's been just not in the best form at the moment. But
Dude, I strongly think she wins the Golden Eagle the other week if she doesn't get fucking hammered from either side when she gets that gap. You guys saw that, right?
Yeah.
She got smashed.
yeah, absolutely.
She
pummeled.
got smashed.
And when you're like
you do?
a younger horse getting smashed around, it's probably not the best.
Yeah, yeah. And she had lacerations on it
Yeah.
or not, so she was pretty beat up. But I think I don't think they're coming back autumn. I think they're just doing the Champion Stakes.
Champion Stakes.
A tissue.
A chew.
A tissue. Now I was on. I thought I'd follow the Without a Fight form from the Caulfield Melbourne Cup and back West Wind blows. Till I saw what I think is the worst fucking ride I've ever seen on a racehorse by Jamie Spencer. Glad Jamie Spencer was on the first plane out of fucking Melbourne that day. I didn't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's the worst ride I've ever seen. Jumps a length last. He then whips around the field in about 150 meters. He doesn't get a chance to put the foot down because Zaki's right behind him the whole time. But oh jeez, that was a tough watch for favourite back.
Oh mate, yeah, I was following you there, and by God, it hurt. It hurt
Yep.
on it as well, and it was fucking tough. The only thing made it so much better was my punters club. We had 4 of us there, and we all picked a horse for the trifecta. I picked West Wind Blows, but we had another 3 selections. Guess what got up on the trifecta? We got the trifecta, a tissue,
Jewess,
and Young Werver paying
Young
huge.
Verda.
Yeah,
Right, Young Verda,
paying huge, and we got $650 for that. So I was
out of 4 picks,
cheering.
got a big trifecta like
bloody
that.
good.
Yeah.
That one before the race, I said, like, I've mentioned a tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I mentioned it, and I didn't put a fucking bet on it. I was spewing.
But yeah, that was the only thing that made that race better for me.
I think it might have been the first or only time she's gotten to 2,000 meters, and she ate that up.
J-Mac.
You know, she pulled away from them in the straight quite easily. J-Mac ate
Yeah.
right.
He was talking her up during the week as well, saying that a tissue was going to do well, and he was all right.
Because that's
Half the times he says that, he's right.
Yeah.
Because a tissue used to have horrible barrier manners. Like she wouldn't jump, she'd refuse to jump, or she would, but it was like she'll jump like Solcombe, jump a couple lengths after everyone, and then not have enough to get there. But she sort of like Chris Waller's cleaned up her barrier manners, and she looked fantastic on the Zaki. I think that could be the end of Zaki.
Yeah.
A rising 9-year-old. That sort of 18-month period, mashing everything that came near.
Feels like
awesome.
so long ago.
Dude, it does, doesn't it? It feels so long ago. Shout out to my brother-in-law, Greg. Him and his mates had Zaki in the Cox Plate at 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I'll never forget this story. They had him 250 to 1. And then Zaki was scratched of the race with it, and he was a $2 favorite on the day. Had him 2-1 a couple months.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rough.
So I think I might be the end of our good friend Zaki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting a bit older now, pastures.
actually.
Yeah.
I just think it's still good to be like in these big races and be going it like quite pretty well.
That's me. He's still got what, 4th? Like Jamie Carr had a fucking terrific day.
I didn't know she did, dude. Three dubs.
Dude, I bagged her out at the start of the day, and then she went the first 2 races. I went, oh, whoops.
It's funny because I think at the start of the Flemington week, everyone bagged her.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, at the end of the the 4 racing days there, she had the most wins of any jockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, J-Mac, more than Zara. Jamie fucking
Jamie Spencer.
Fuck off back to the UK, Jamie. Yeah, look, I mean that was Flemington for you. Now Rose Hill, just the one race we'll look at there. 5 diamonds for the obviously restricted to 5-year-olds. Antino, I spoke about it earlier, touched on it briefly. I'm just going to touch on it briefly. Yeah, God, that was an ugly watch. Ride, the jump, reading after the race, it pulled up 3 out of 5 lame and with off. But what can we do?
Trying to find a line through the middle of the pack.
Oh gosh, yeah. Now, this is for everyone? Yes, this question about the best performance.
Yeah.
I like to hear it.
Can I just mention before we go off the horse racing?
Of course, mate.
Who was it? Damien Oliver.
Ollie. Oh my God, how can we forget
Yeah.
Ollie?
Oh,
His
yeah.
last race.
It's me. His last race will be. Oh well, his last group race in Victoria will be this Saturday in the 1,000 Guineas, and the Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes. What a career for Damien Oliver. You know, he's late 50s now. He's the GOAT of Australian horse racing until J-Mac takes over in X amount of years, if he catches him. But what a remarkable career for Damien Oliver. If you guys haven't seen the movie about him, I'll think about the name soon, but you've got to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Did you see the
yeah.
send off he got as well? Like the champagne, like he
Yeah,
walked through
yeah,
like a
it was
tunnel.
awesome,
yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Fantastic. Good call, Dan. On
I
the,
just remembered it
the
because
Ollie.
the dad mentioned it on Saturday, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll remember that for the podcast if no one
Can't forget that
mentions
for
it.
Ollie.
Good stuff, mate.
I come in handy sometimes.
Sometimes. The clutch.
What do you have for us, Brandon?
Oh, well, boys. Now, we've been talking about all these big races and all the previous races, but I want to hear your best performance in the Spring Carnival, boys. Your best horse, best performance in the Spring Carnival. And I'm going to go to Lucas first because I know he'll have something juicy.
Now I've been put on the spot. You know what? I'm going to go. So it was the Superimposed Stakes Riff Rocket at Flemington about 5
Ooh.
weeks ago. Not a Group 1, but the way he broke clear and won by about 6 lengths to show his devastating turn of foot that day was remarkable. He obviously went on to win the Derby a few weekends ago, but that Superimposed Stakes really stands out to me. I'm going to pick
Riff Rocket. Nice. Now, James, have you got a race?
Then a week before, I heard too much sort of bad rumors about it trialing and its fitness and its heat and stuff like that. Then it came out and just killed it. Like, what a race that was. Like, obviously, like, not killed it as dominated, but just perfectly ran. Yeah.
That's well, I was happy with that race as well. I was on it. Good horse, great horse. Dan, your pick.
I don't really have one, to be honest. I'm not really
The
much
biggest horseman.
a racehorse man, but
I was gonna pick the Melbourne Cup, like obviously without a fight, like that's so crazy.
What a
But I'm
run.
gonna go the Golden Eagle, a Bamba Rumbai. That
Yeah.
like I didn't even know about this horse until the race had pretty much started, and then the Japanese horse just comes out of nowhere, boom, wins the Golden Eagle, and I was like, wow, how was I not on it?
I don't know why the Japanese don't bring more
Oh,
horses
yeah.
down. Dude, if they brought Equinox down for the Queen Elizabeth in the autumn carnival, that thing could start at the 2400 with everything else at the 2000. He'd still win. He would still win. The Japanese just have so many more superior horses than we do.
It's tough for the old Australians, but we're glad they don't bring more over here.
Hey, bring your sprinters down, everyone. Give us a crack at that. We'll show you how it's done.
100%. No, good picks, boys. Good picks.
even though a Bamba Roomba did lose you your
My top
punter,
punter, that was the toughest part about
Your
it.
punter's
but-
It's all right. It is what it
was
is.
a good race. It was a good race. Now, you look, we still somehow we keep having NRL talk every week. The NRL's finished, but
You guys can't help yourself.
We did the last game of rugby league, but the NRL talk will never
it
stop.
ends. So yeah, no more NRL until the trials next year. But do we have some stuff to talk about? You got James Maloney barbecuing alone. He's now the assistant coach of the Cowboys. Did anyone see this? Any thoughts
I
and
didn't
opinions?
see it until
I've just opened Reddit.
Yeah,
And I've just seen it now.
Yeah, I had not seen it at all
Yeah.
until I read it on screen, mate.
I think the boys said something about it earlier in the chat, and that's where I seen it.
I think it's. I mean, it's cool. Like he's gone straight from playing for what Catalan. No, he's had a year off, yeah.
Yeah,
But he's still a great player. I don't know how his coaching goes, but very interesting.
Oh, I think
Halves wise, he should
when you
be
look
good.
at his success rate, like you got to know a fair bit about the game.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he'll be good for Tommy Deard and for Jake Clifford who's come back there as well.
Yeah.
Like coaching the halves.
So, like, because both of them had such high futures as young kids. Dearden's hit on some of his straps. Paul Clifford has had a bit more of a rough start to his career. But yeah,
Yeah.
how good would it be to have someone like him that can walk into any club and find success?
But if it's really only like, had a rough start to his career because he's been thrown around a lot. But
Yeah, that's what I meant
Yeah.
by it, like because he's bounced around clubs.
But let's just hope James Maloney stays clear of Valentine Holmes.
Yeah, if he teaches him how to party, it could get a bit messy in the North Queensland.
It'll get a bit ugly.
He might teach him how to party, but then James Maloney will teach him how to barbecue alone.
Yeah, don't get that on camera. But some more news: the Tigers, the team that is in shambles, in turmoil, they've sacked Ronnie Palmer, the goat of running
rugby league,
water, of being a first aider. Ronnie Palmer, Lucas, what's your club doing, mate? What are they doing?
Do you want him?
No.
Do you guys want him? Anyone want him?
Paris had him before. He did a job.
Yeah, exactly. Had him. So did the Roosters. Mate, I swear to God, every time I saw a training video and Roddy Palmer was in there, I said, really? He's still there?
That man's got a nice mo, though.
I think how old is he? 74?
Yeah, he's got to be.
Ronnie, mate. Mate, you could have retired, mate. Just retire. Kick back, mate.
Do you think it was Lee or do you think it was Benji who said, maybe it's time you go, mate?
Oh, dude. No, I reckon it was Benji. It was Benjamin.
Yeah.
It was Benjamin. He probably pissed Benji off a few years ago, make him do an extra lap or two, and Benji saying, hey, fuck you, bro.
He's in the prime of his life. He's 72 years old.
Yeah. Out with the old and in with the new, Johnny Morris, ex-Sharks.
Yeehaw.
No, I reckon he becomes your new coach in no time.
Absolutely.
That's Ronnie Palmer I'm talking about.
Yeah, not Johnny Morris.
Oh, they do love bringing someone back.
I do love old people as well.
Yeah.
Back someone bringing back. They give 3 years, maybe 5 years.
5 years, who knows?
If he survives that long.
Any other
Jesus.
stuff you want to talk about in the NRL before I get into the biggest part?
There was something I thought of, but yeah.
It's out of his
I've
mind
gone
already. He's had one good bring up. It was
It's
Damon
off
Oliver.
season, Dan. I'd be surprised if you can think of anything.
But
No real scandal this week.
yeah,
That's
no
good.
Seattle,
Yeah,
that's another plus. The main part that has come up, and it's like as soon as the NRL stop, they just bring it back to really like trickle in front of your face. You know, the NRL draws came out only a couple days ago now. And look, there's been a lot of chatter, but some are saying Sharks have an easy draw. I don't think so.
By that scientifically.
Just like you guys fucking did last year, the year before. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you guys get the easy draws. Then when it comes time to it in the finals and you've got a tough game, you shit the bed.
Yeah, the South Africa of rugby league,
That's right. That's right.
Okay, now
but obviously not in the Rugby World Cup. But
Yeah.
now let me fire back. Okay, boys. Easy draw. How do you say what's an easy draw when we're versing teams in the top 8 from last year, firstly, but who knows what the top 8 next year is going to be? Who knows if the Bulldogs could be fucking first place? So it could be the hardest draw ever. You just don't know.
You have to play Penrith and Melbourne twice.
No, we don't. Because
There you go. There's your answer.
they
So
could be.
you mean the two most consistent top 4 teams?
They could,
the last
they could
10
be
years.
they could be last place next year, and then your draw becomes the easiest draw.
If the Penrith Panthers are last midway through the season, I'll suck my own wang.
I will remove
Bullshit.
ribs if I have to.
Seriously, flat out.
It's bullshit. The draw, we don't get to pick the draw. And what happens if we just go undefeated? Do we then the easy draws just become easier because we're the best team? There's an easy draw.
There is
Is it
Not
easy because we're a good team, or like if you got the same draw for a Dragons, is it a hard draw or the Tigers? It's a hard draw
Brendan,
because
you
you guys suck.
you verse
You
us.
versed the bottom 4 from last year, all of them twice.
Yeah.
We still
Yeah.
we verse top 8 teams twice as well. Like,
you don't.
No,
yeah, we
you
do.
don't. No, you
don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, you
yes, we
don't.
do. Check. Get the list up. Get the list up right now. Get them up. We got
16
Raiders
points.
twice. We got
Brandon.
Newcastle twice.
Never played 8 and 7.
Newcastle Raiders. Do we have maybe Rabbitohs? They didn't make the ad. Who else?
Parramatta for the
Do you verse the Panthers twice and the Storm twice?
Parramatta for the millionth time in a row has both of them twice.
Yep.
But the thing is,
Do you play the Warriors twice?
the NRL picks it as per the ratings. We want to see the battle of the worst. Battle of the worst. Also, everyone wants to see Tigers get pumped. But
It's like we can't wait for the Sharks to get smashed in the finals, mate.
next year we'll see.
Making up
Other
numbers.
draws they reckon easy is Roosters, Knights, Cowboys, Warriors. Like,
You know what's fucked? I looked at Para's draw and like we're ranked 11th here, but I looked at it and went, fuck, compared to last year, this is a dream. Or our start of the year and end of the year are actually doable rather than last year.
You know what I find ironic? That on this list, Tigers are 9th.
Like that's an old meme because they should be 17.
Well, that's the thing, right? These journalists are fuckwits for like automatically they put Sharks as the headline so they can like get some clicks, obviously. But
because they had the easy
Because they've done it for the last
it's the
3
same
years.
thing with West Tigers. They put you at 9th just to get the easy clicks. So, like they got the comments from the funny West Tigers 9th. Sharks easy draw.
So you guys have had the easiest draw for the last 3 years. That's all. Thank you.
3 years. Again, last year. Tell me what teams we versed. Teams in the top 8.
You got smashed by all the teams in the top 8 that you versed. You guys nearly missed the 8. At one point, you guys were a chance to miss the 8 because you versed good teams 4 weeks in a row and got your cheeks clapped by all of them.
Easy draws are like your perception of what is easy and what is hard. You're going off past performances.
Yeah, like
we're going
playing
off the future,
three-time
mate.
premiership winners.
Yeah.
Penrith
Penrith
Panthers twice.
Penrith Panthers kept you blokes to
have
28
lost their
0.
centre and they're one of the best forwards. And you guys,
And you boys the best back
you
rower
guys
and
are
the
the
best
best backer
hooker.
in the game.
you guys have the easy Penrith, so your draws are easy. we have
That'll do me.
we have the tough Raiders,
That'll do me.
the tough Raiders of KO
Brandon
Weeks.
doesn't believe what he's saying.
No, he doesn't.
We have the tough Raiders who have got like likes of KO Weeks and
You watch Kalen Ponga miss one of his like 5 games of the year against the Sharks as well.
in saying that, boys, that's all the NRL talk. I'm sure the fans want to see me blow up, so they got that. Anyways, that's pretty much all. We got the best bets. We'll probably go cross to all of us unless you guys.
G'day guys, Lucas from the Couch Commentators podcast here, coming at you with my top tip of the week. For this one, we are going to go to WA. Ascot are starting their carnival now. We've got some very interesting stakes races coming up this weekend. We are going to go to race number 4, the RJ Peters Stakes. William Pike aboard, the Grant and Alana Williams trained Alsafina. She came back a few weeks ago with a nice second place. I think she's going to bounce back second up here. She has a fantastic record. I think she's going to get the job done here. We're getting currently $2.70 odds about her. So we're going to take this nice and short. Hopefully build up throughout the next few weeks, guys, during this fantastic summer carnival they have over there. So once again, that is Ascot, race 4, Alsafina. Happy punting.
All right, this week we're going to Funnington Race 5, number 11. We're picking Sigrippa. I believe it had a great race last week, and it will back that form up. It'll go for 3 in a row. I think Lucas has backed this horse before. It's a good horse. Lock it in for a win. Easy money. Gamble responsibly.
James here for Jim's Jam. We're going Caulfield, race 9, before we had a wicket. Race 9, number 6, Captain Envious. We're paying about $10. Personally, I'll be putting each way on it. So, yeah, Jim's Jam, ready to go bang.
So, Dan's decision this week, going Newcastle, race 8, number 11, far too easy. It's paying $6, joint favourite at the moment. Expected to come in, I reckon, because I'm just the horse racing guru. Fuck Lucas. Who the fuck is Lucas? I'm the horse racing guru. We all know that. Happy punting and getting responsibly.
Look forward to that. Surely this week we get a couple up more than Dan scratchy. Would be good. But as for that, boys, anything else you want to add?
Keep punting.
Keep punting.
1-800-858-858. Just think what else you could be buying.
Bet with your head, not over it.
Beautiful stuff, gents. Well, follow us on all social medias, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next week. Hopefully all 4 of us again.
Boom.